Okay, part two. Finally get into the new stuff, the new banners, not just the new FF14 stuff. Ooh, baby. And let me tell you right now, holy cow. Ever since the half anniversary when I basically passed Blingstern, I thought to myself, after the half anniversary, usually it's a little bit calmer. There's, some more silent banners or whatever. Oof, do I have to say that the new banner is pretty darn tasty. Which one? Oh, let's get into it. So first of all, the FF14 banner. This is the one that I just don't am not that excited about, mainly because it returns with basically the exact same kind of ploy of trying to get coins off of doing multis while basically only getting cards, and the new card is just not that exciting. I thought about it, I slept on it, don't think it's that exciting. For anybody who is wondering what it is, not that one, this one. Artwork is beautiful, but it's just kind of repurposed artwork. Overall, attack up of 50%, that is, it's just really, really big, as well as solo magic up as well. High stats on the card, no doubt about it. But do I think it's really that incredible? I'm going to say no. Just because hunting down cards and limited time cards just feels generally so bad. You kind of just need to commit to it. And that is somewhere that I just have not gotten as a person yet. So I'm just going to say FF14 banner, I guess that's a really nice limited UR card, but it's also a limited UR card. So moving on. Now we get to talk about the Howlett banner as well as the Lilith banner. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Shell really quickly. Shell is an SSR character. Big thing to note, she is incredibly fragile. That is her biggest problem. If you have a good way of protecting her though, however, she is kind of absolutely, I'm just going to say that she is really kind of incredible. First of all, the combination of jobs that she has means that she is one of the best amount of support in her kit. For Green Mage, basically having Dispel and Ruin means that she always has some options to basically remove enemy buffs or cast Ruin and do some magic damage. It should be noted that these are the big main two that I think are important in her Green Magic kit. Her sub ability unfortunately does hide a good amount of stuff, including D-Shell, D-Protect, and an agility increasing ability for your allies. So yeah, this is a little bit hard to recommend because obviously some of her, the best stuff in her Green Mage kit is in her sub, but I gotta say, Dispel and Ruin being in her main kit is pretty nice to constantly have. Taking a look at her Time Mage ability, she does have Quick, Slow, and Haste, and Comet. So she has some offensive options there, mainly being Quick, being some Quick, Haste, and Slow being the biggest value spells that I see in her Time Mage. But last but not least, her Thief is what I think will probably really be her sub job always, because she does have Steel Heart and Steel Time, two incredibly valuable abilities. She also has steel items, of course, but Steel Time and Steel Heart are valuable in certain maps in both tower and challenge content, and Steel Time is just really good for raids. So yeah, overall, I think this unit has a lot to contribute, but unbelievably fragile. So if you do bring her, you're going to want to make sure that you have some kind of protection for her so she doesn't get smashed like a bug on a windshield. Okay. Moving on, how to say this? It's about Magic Knight. So taking a look, first of all, at his Limit Burst, this is Howlett, a wind-based UR magic primary damage dealer, and holy cow, is this one of the strongest units that I have seen in a good long while, not including the fact that Glassy was just a character that I really like, that I just wanted, because I think, obviously beautiful, powerful, all of that stuff is super nice. But this unit is legit, I think, going to be really potentially meta-defining for a whole bunch of reasons. All right, so let's take a look. First of all, his stats are just really quite solid. Taking a look, even if we go over really quickly to just any mission, let's go do the first one that I just see right here, because I want to pull up. The loading is the hardest part. Taking a look at what you can do, a level 80 being able to get up to 900 magic. Yes, obviously, pro sword, pro summon, pro vision card, all of that stuff, fine. But still, really, his HP is not bad. His speed is pretty darn decent. And more than that, his magic stat is just incredibly high, and that is basically where he is primarily going to be the his job, because he is a magic attacker / support. So really quickly, let's get into all of that. Primary job: Rune Knight, Red Mage, and White Mage. His Rune Knight is set up almost perfect. In his main class, he has the Arrow Sword, Drain, which not only drains the enemy, but also greatly increases his own magic for 1 turn, and Slash Attack Resistance Penetration for 1 turn. Just being able to heal himself and do damage and give himself a power-up. We've seen this before. We've seen this kind of attack on Orlandu, and it made that unit incredibly powerful. I'm foreseeing it here. The only issue I see with that is that his HP is obviously lower than Orlandu, so he has to be able to survive. But if he does, given his magic stat, could be potentially really dangerous to the enemy. His main ability is Hazard Slash, which consumes his own HP to do AoE damage in a plus style. And holy cow, this ability is really strong. He also has a magic dependent damage to the target, and floating killer too. So yeah, he has advantages against many types of enemies, ways to heal and dish out damage AoE, all primarily based on the wind element, which his limit burst debuffs. Unbelievably solid part of his kit. And what he loses in his sub ability is basically Rune, Hazard Spell, and that's it. He almost loses nothing from switching over to his sub job. Unbelievably strong to run with a sub ability, and we'll get to that in a second. Red Mage. So one of the best things about Miranda always comes up is her Magic Jammer. His Red Mage has Magic Jammer. It also has Sleep Spell, Healing Spells, Isuna, and Arrow. Unbelievably, I think this is just, again, a really good option for him. Magic Jammer is a very strong attack that can be used particularly well, and his is Wind Element. So again, combination with his Limit Burst, combination with his high magic power, he is going to dish out a lot of magic damage. And his Red Mage also gives him healing options too, to heal the damage that he does to himself. Again, really, really, really strong unit. And last but not least, White Mage gives him multiple healing spells, both AoE and single target, both in small and mid-level, also giving him Raise, Shell, Isuna. Gotta say, overall, again, just fixes one of the parts of his kit that's a little bit dangerous, consuming his own HP to deal damage. But if he can heal it after all that with either Drain or his healing spells from either White Mage or Red Mage, gotta say, that is just really strong. He also, based on an incredibly high magic stat, will be able to dish out decent to really good heals on your allies. So not only can he be a strong DPS, he can also be a potential solid support. His master ability is Mental Penetration by 20 and Magic Power up by 10%. This unit, I think, is really strong. Just looking at his kit and everything, unbelievably strong. He gets so much extra magic power, and with good equipment, you can make him really strong by use of the Sleep Sword or Lohengrin from his own event. I think you have really good options. In terms of his resistances, he has slashing resistance and magic resistance in the plus side, negative resistance to fists, as well as shooting. But I don't think that's going to be a major problem for him, seeing that there is not a ice gun, or a UR ice gunner. Let me preface it that. Either way, yeah, I think he's just an incredibly powerful unit. But to sum this up really quickly, the Trust Mastery is the icing on top of the cake for this unit, because while HP, defense, and spirit does not make an incredible TMR, the ability does. A one-time use ability that does something that we've never seen before. From the end of his turn to the beginning of his next turn, whatever unit has this equipped will take 0 physical damage. Yes, absolutely. This TMR is one of the most powerful TMRs. I would put it right up there with Ziz's TMR in terms of powerness. You don't need to upgrade this ability. It comes right out of the box, incredibly strong. It's just amazing. Put this on a tank, put this on a healer, put this on a ton of different units, and I think you are just incredible. Its only weakness being that if you are taking magic damage, then basically the Trust Mastery ability does nothing. However, if you pick your fights correctly, particularly in Arena, just imagine the enemy coming at this guy, like throwing hundreds of attacks, and you've just built this guy as like a tanky kind of character. They get into range of an AoE hazard slash, and boom, he multi-kills a ton of units, taking 0 physical damage, and you're done. Overall, gotta say that this TMR is really exciting and amazing to be on a story-based unit. Yeah, I give this unit a thumbs up on almost all fronts. Unbelievably high power, great win synergy just from himself, not even including all the other units that, future win units that could benefit from this character. High magic power, defense penetration, amazing high quality TMR, and so on and so forth. This unit is incredible, and the best thing of all, he counters Kryph, one of the strongest characters in the game in terms of multiple facets of content in terms of PvP. This character is unbelievable. Can't recommend him enough. Moving on. And last is our beach unit, which somebody complained about the fact that in the comments that they were like, but this is unrealistic. It's a beach character. It doesn't matter. Complain, I guess, about over-sexualization, even though I gotta admit, it's kind of cool that they picked a character with, like, battle scars. Like, how cool is that? Like, you think of Brave Exvius and the CG beach girls that are, like, flawless, and here you have this girl just rocking those scars, man. Lilith is just amazing. Can we just admit that? And if you don't admit that, how sad. But now let's actually take a look at the unit. So first of all, show off this limit burst and give it a little bit of flair, because a watermelon bomb with a coconut bow that explodes into watermelon parts. Damn, man. That's a really cool, fun limit burst. Thanks for making that. I'm actually I think that's great. I think that's awesome. Let's take a look at what I think are really strong about Lilith, because Lilith is a character that has been a MR for a long time, and her getting an absolutely top tier UR just feels so good. Oh my god, so good. So again, with a incredibly optimized setup, what do I think about this character? First of all, what an amazing range of flexibility. For anybody like me who has been waiting for an incredible UR archer, wait no longer, because here she is, and she'll probably get rerun, multiple times for the fact that she is just a WOTV character. We've already seen the Christmas units rerun, so this will get rerun. Anyway, Hunter, Double Gunner, and Paladin. Taking a look at her, first of all, strength of Hunter, obviously, the fact that she has the evade all attacks passive, where she has a chance to evade both physical and magical attacks and take 0 damage, is an incredibly strong place to start. You'll also notice the fact that she has an actual defense stat. She also has really high agility too. That's pretty darn nice. Her quickness is really high as well, and her HP is incredible. But let's get to it. Hunter, she has a lot of different abilities, including Poison Arrow, as well as Don't Disable for movement. She has options to just damage the target, but she also has an incredible AoE attack in a diamond pattern that is Earth Elemental and is 163% modifier. Just a really strong AoE attack that can catch a lot of units together. Makes this Lilith unit potentially a really good farmer just because she can AoE down a lot of enemies with a really powerful master or strong ability. So yeah, that's really great. What she loses out for in her sub for Hunter, not a ton, so I'm not really overly worried about it. Double Gunner, the strength of Double Gunner is basically the fact that obviously shooting gives her some different options in terms of range, but she has a quad firing ability, the same as Lucia, meaning that she gets to hit the enemy 4 times, great, and it is Earth Element, meaning that you get Earth Elemental chaining, synergizes great with other Earth Elemental characters. Fantastic. The game crashed right in the middle of recording. Beautiful. I'm not recording this again, so we're just going to keep going. Passives also deal with defense penetration. They deal with shooting and power up, quickness, all of that good stuff. She has a ton of great passives to choose from. But last but not least is the fact when the game reloads, don't show me that animated opening, is her Paladin class. Paladin is unbelievably incredible option for her, and here's why. Her ability, Immortal Fighter, allows her to survive even if she takes lethal damage 1 time. She has Divine Grace, which heals herself, Sentinel, which ups her defense both for physical and magical. She has Attract Blade to take the focus off your other units. She has Blade Bash if enemies get too close, and she has Saint Heal to heal her own HP. What an incredible combination. Actually, this is the first archer, and mainly because there aren't a ton of other archers, that I would 100% recommend running as a Paladin subjob unless you want the chaining. Both Double Gunner and Paladin are really great options for entirely different reasons. And so yeah, also taking a look at her master ability, quickness up 10%, and adds a effect to some of her shooting abilities. And her TMR, HP 288, hit plus 15, critical plus 10, with a ability to increase range by 2 and attack up. Again, just a unbelievably solid, powerful unit for a ton of different reasons. I think that she is an incredibly good offense, incredibly good farmer, going to be good in almost every area of the game, an amazing limited time unit that's probably going to get rerun in the future, so don't worry too much if you only get so much of her. But yeah, I would give her just a overall recommendation. So yeah, going back to the banners, here is my advice for JP players and I guess global players in the future. FF14 banner, easy skip. Not that the cards aren't good, but chasing after cards is just not been a good experience for me, so I'm not going to recommend it. As for the Shell Howlett banner, wow, just one of the strongest, I think just one of the best synergies in a kit ever, with incredible power, a great limit burst that supports a ton of wind elemental abilities and future wind elemental units, and one of the strongest TMRs in the game, especially one of the strongest TMRs we've seen in a while. And last but not least, the Lilith banner. Fun unit, love to see a girl that is, not only beautiful, but beautiful for showing off those scars too. And Lilith is just such a positive overall character that I just gotta throw a sharp recommendation for her. And her kit is absolutely insane. Double Gunner with chaining, AoE, massive AoE in her kit always, status effects, including poison, and just close encounters, defense capabilities, high agility, unbelievably strong unit, amazing quality. Can't recommend both of these banners enough. So pick your poison, whatever it is. Getting either of these two new URs or MR too. Good stuff. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This video still ended up being pretty long, but hey, I get to talk about something absolutely incredible, and I feel great about that. Anyway, see ya.